What's going on, everyone? Alex De Silva, happy as Larry Group. Ruby Rose, also happy as Larry Group. Welcome to another episode of your daily dose of happiness. It's not going to become a kids show, don't worry. I hope you're having an amazing day, and it's great to be here as always. Speaking to you guys on a daily basis is actually part of the topic I want to speak about today, which is healing. For me, being able to do this on every single day is such a humbling and a very grateful, but also healing experience for me. And I'll explain what I mean by that. And the reason why I want to talk about this topic, I watched a video, and I'm currently reading a book by a gentleman called Dr. Joe Dispenza. And he's a neuroscientist. He went through some incredible adversities in his life, and he overcame that by through the power of kind of sort of meditation and going inwards. And he started to self-heal, and he now talks about this very openly. He's written a number of books, and it's incredible now because he talks about something I'm very passionate about, which is one, that you can heal yourself through the power of being able to control your mind, your body, your soul, using meditation and sort of other forms of breathing and so on and so forth. And I think that's such an important thing to talk about, because a lot of people, including myself to start with, thought it was just a load of fad. And, this is a lot of rubbish, it doesn't work. But now we are seeing this, and it's actually some of the books that he has written also has been part of his research. So this is research documents. So this is proven stuff that it says that healing is such an important part of our human mechanics. So what I mean by that is, healing our mind. How do we do that? For me, what works for me is being able to change the way that I think. That's the most important thing, because for me, that's what my brain is there to do. My brain is there to protect me. So it does a lot of thinking, and a lot of the thinking, which unfortunately kind of still carries from our prehistoric age, is still fight or flight, and still thinks we're being chased by dinosaurs. But actually, we're not. But it still triggers those kind of those signals to us, and they kind of develop nowadays into stress, depression, anxiety, unfortunately, suicide, so on and so forth. And to the point where we then start to turn that thinking into behavioral patterns. It means is that we think about it so much, it just becomes a natural behavior for us. So the brain then starts to just think, well, this is just normal now. This is just completely natural. So what he has proven, and it has been proven a number of times now when I speak about this in speaking, when I'm working with individuals, when I'm working with groups, with companies, and even when I'm speaking to you now. This is free information that I want to give out to people, because I want to help and show people, as many people as we possibly can, how powerful this stuff is. It has worked for me. The power of being able to change the way that you think, to be able to control your mind, to be able to quiet down, that shitty FM, and how do we do that? How did I do that? So for me, how I did that was through daily meditation. I meditate every single morning because it helps me. It helps me to calm myself down. It helps me to center my thoughts and my thinking, and it allows me for me to take over and start to retrain my brain into thinking the way that I want it to. And what I do is I go into, this meditative state. I practice, affirmations, and I allow myself to change and to go through, these sort of development stages, which I like to call. So from when I first started meditating until now, it's a completely different journey. And are these journeys perfect? No, they're not. They're not supposed to be. Nothing in the world is perfect, but it's the experience that I go through which allows me to connect with my mind, and it allows me to connect then, which is the next part, which is the next healing, which is the body. I then connect with my body, and I allow my body to experience the feeling and the experiences of meditation. That's another thing. And being able to do that again on a daily basis allows me to heal my body. My body recovers a lot quicker than it used to. You know, I do CrossFit and I train with some of the guys and some people, and this is not to brag, but this is true. And not just meditation, but I do a lot of stretching and I do look after myself as well. But I'm not often aching for days on end. You know, I'm usually after a day or two, my body generally tends to be okay. And it's because I've got myself into this sort of pattern of just allowing myself to heal and to say to myself that my body is okay, there's nothing wrong with me, let's go, let's carry on. And he talks about us being able to push ourselves from what we now see as just normal to being superhuman and being able to do these things. And look at the science, the proof is there, it can be done. And I'm working towards that. I'm not saying I'm superhuman by no means, but what I have found is that healing, which is the simple part of this, is healing is so important. And it has to start somewhere, and it starts in a very small place, whether it's just being able to change the way that you think, working on that every single day, simply, just every single day, and telling yourself positive affirmations about you, who you are. You know, I love myself, I'm kind. Yeah, I'm loving, I'm happy. Yeah, so all of these things trigger, see, it makes you smile. All of these things trigger beautiful things inside your body that makes you think, oh yeah, this is fantastic. And the more I think about it, the more it makes me smile. And I'm just thinking about being beautiful and being happy. And just saying that word makes people smile. Say it to yourself, I'm happy. I am happy and I'm an incredible human being. And all of these things then start to tell your brain that you are. And if you're suffering and you're struggling with negative thoughts and not believing that you are that person, again, listen to what I just said, not believing that you are that person, what you have to teach yourself is to believe that you are. And once you start to believe that you are, then you can believe that you are anything. And that's what I'm finding, is I am anything. I can be anybody, and so can you. And that's what, you know, Dr. Joe Dispenza is teaching people, and this is what I teach people all the time. You know, the videos that I do, everything that I talk about, if you watch this in 10 years' time, you will be able to track everything that I'm trying to teach you. And it's for you to get to that point where you are just absolutely incredible. So, healing is a real important part. Healing the mind, healing the body, and healing the spirit. And as you start with the mind, you will also heal your body, and you will also heal the spirit or the soul. And one of the things that helps me every single day is the practice of meditation. I started very slowly, 5 minutes. That was kind of the max, because I thought, oh, my head doesn't shut up. And that's what I thought it was, but actually it doesn't matter. The head's never going to stop unless you shoot yourself in the head. You know, the brain is there to function, is there to process those thoughts, and it will process thousands and millions of thoughts. So the point to meditation is to sit still, is to calm yourself, is to go into the breathing, is to go into yourself. And as you slowly start to make those connections, you will start to find that your mind starts to quieten down. And that's practice different types of breathing. You can, as I said, you know, you can follow affirmations. There are loads of different places where YouTube, there is Insight Timer, there is Headspace, there are loads of apps now, even online, where you can start doing meditations. You can do courses which are available. So start with that. I teach mindfulness meditation as well, so I'll be more than happy to actually post a few meditations there if you want to start practicing. So let me know if you're interested, comment below, and listen, start doing some self-healing. And not just for people who are struggling, this is for people who want to get better as well. If you want to improve your life, this is really, really important. You know, if you want to get to the next level, if you want to succeed, you want to be better at your job, at your relationships, you got to do it, right? Yeah. There you go. See, Ruby says it means it's true. So guys, as always, thank you so much for being part of this journey, for being part of our little journey. We do these little videos together, and I know it's fun, and it means a hell of a lot to me as well, you know, to have my daughter here. And I wish I could have the other two as well, you know, Brandon and Maddie here, and Lucy as well. We do an amazing family video. But listen, that's the whole point of life, right? Is, you know, we don't follow the rules, we do what feels good for us, and you know, hopefully it's what feels good for you. This is probably the longest video I've done, but thank you so much for listening. I hope you got something out of this, and if you want to know a little bit more, then just message me below or message me privately, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you on a one-to-one basis and give you some tips and tools that you can use. So find some healing today, you know, start growing and developing as a human being. Have an amazing day, amazing afternoon, amazing evening, wherever you are in the world. And what do we say? Be great, be fantastic, and be amazing. Yay! Listen guys, have an amazing day, and I will speak to you again tomorrow. Take care.